Hi guys, and welcome to Classic Rock Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Before we get started, please subscribe. Thank you very much. I'm going to try something a little bit back to what I was doing before because the last two videos have gotten really crappy views, real low. So we're going to hit up on some Rolling Stones and some Beatles here. And what Keith Richards explained was the difference between the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Let's take a look. There are many comparisons between the Stones and the Beatles. While there is a subjective debate about which band made better music, there's no denying that the Beatles were a more successful band. There are many ways in which the bands are different, but guitarist Keith Richards perfectly summed up what made the two bands distinct. Many UK bands, such as the Rolling Stones, the Who, and the Kinks, emerged during the British invasion. However, none of them were as famous as the Beatles. Beatlemania peaked in the mid-1960s, and the band remained at the top of the charts until they broke up in '70. In 1995, Rolling Stone interview, the Rolling Stones lead singer Mick Jagger said it was impossible to compete with the Beatles during the '60s, and no artist since has reached their popularity. Beatles were so big that it's hard for people not alive at the time to realize just how big they were, Jagger said. There isn't a real comparison with anyone now. I suppose Michael Jackson at one point, but it still doesn't seem quite the same. They were so big that to be competitive with them was impossible. I'm talking about the record sales, the tours, and all this. They were huge. Rolling Stones and the Beatles did have a friendly competition during the '60s. While the Stones did have several hit records and albums, they couldn't compete with the Liverpool band. In an interview with Rolling Stone, McCartney said Richards once pointed out a critical difference between the two bands, and McCartney agreed. Keith Richards once told me, "Do you know the difference between your band and ours? You have 4 front men, and we only had 1. And I must say, I never thought of it that way," McCartney shared. But he's right. Any one of us could hold the audience. Ringo would do the Beatles cover of the Shirelles song Boys, which was a favorite with the crowd. It was great. Though if you think about it, here's us doing a song, and it was really a girl's song. Beatles are so unique because all 4 members are so easily recognizable. If you ask anyone who the 4 Beatles members were, most people can answer that question, whether they listen to the band or not. The general public can name the front man or the lead guitarist for other bands, but it's harder to name every member. For example, everyone knows Jagger, Robert Plant of Zeppelin, or Freddie Mercury of Queen, but not everyone knows Charlie Watts, John Paul Jones, or Roger Taylor. Part of this is because every member had a chance to shine. While most of the songs were performed by either McCartney or Lennon, Ringo Starr and George Harrison still had many chances to shine. Since the band was so legendary, each member had successful solo careers, as they all had built-in fan bases just for being associated with the iconic band. True story. I agree. When you got a band where all 4 members can do lead vocals, or all 4 members have charisma and can pull in a crowd, it's going to be hard to beat. And boy, the Beatles had it in spades. That's all I have for you. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. That's all I got for you. Have a great day. God bless you, and I'll be praying for you.